Hello friends, how are you? Welcome back to Change Your Life. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of American state quarter dollar coins. Exploring their history, iconic designs, different mint marks, unusual color shades, and the hidden treasures that may be hiding in ordinary-looking pocket change. Our journey today takes us through three interesting state quarters from 2015, 2016, and 2017. We'll be looking at a 2015 P state quarter, a 2016 P state quarter, and a 2017 D state quarter. At first glance, these coins may appear to be nothing more than ordinary change, especially if they are dirty, scratched, discolored, or heavily circulated. But could one of these coins have an unusual variety, a rare minting error, an exceptional condition, or another characteristic that makes it more interesting to collectors? The letters P and D on American coins tell us where the coin was produced. The P Mint mark represents the Philadelphia Mint, while the D Mint mark represents the Denver Mint. But remember, the Mint mark alone does not automatically make a coin rare or worth thousands or millions of dollars. The real story is in the details, the condition, the design, the surfaces, the color, the possible errors, and the overall rarity of the individual coin. And before you spend that old state quarter, stop and take a closer look. A coin that appears ordinary may have a fascinating story behind it. But be careful. Do not rush to clean a dirty or discolored coin with polish or chemicals, because cleaning can damage the original surface and reduce collector appeal. Instead, examine the date, check the mint mark, study the design, and look for unusual characteristics. So what makes the 2015 P, 2016 P, and 2017 D state quarters interesting? Could one of them have a hidden minting error or unusual variety? Could its condition or color make it more desirable to collectors? And what might these coins actually be worth in today's collector market? Stay with us as we explore the history, designs, mint marks, condition, and potential value of these fascinating American state quarter coins. Because sometimes, the coin you almost spend without thinking could be the one that deserves a much closer look. Frist Coin, welcome back to Change Your Life. Today, we are diving deep into the fascinating world of American state quarter coins. And our focus is on a coin that many people may have already held in their hands without realizing its history. We are talking about the 2015 P state quarter. At first glance, this coin may look like ordinary pocket change. It may be dirty, scratched, dark, discolored, or covered with unusual shades. You may even look at it and think, this is only a quarter. But before you spend it, stop for a moment, because every detail on a coin can tell a story. The date, the mint mark, the design, the condition, the surface, and any unusual characteristics can all be important when collectors examine a coin. The 2015 P state quarter was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, and the small letter P identifies the mint where the coin was made. But here is something every collector should understand. The letter P by itself does not automatically make a coin rare. A 2015 P quarter is not automatically worth thousands or millions of dollars simply because it has a P mint mark. The real question is what makes a particular example different from normal coins from the same year. Is it in extraordinary condition? Does it have a genuine minting error? Does it show an unusual variety? Has it been preserved with original surfaces? Is the coin authentic? These are the questions that can make one example more interesting than another. The story of this coin is connected to one of the most fascinating periods in modern American coin collecting. State quarter in America. The beautiful quarter designs brought historical places, landscapes, landmarks, and important American stories directly into the hands of ordinary people. Millions of Americans began searching through their pocket change to find different designs. Children started collections. Families saved coins. Collectors searched for unusual examples. A simple quarter became a small piece of American history. That is what makes the 2015 P state quarter interesting. It is not just a piece of metal with a denomination stamped on it. The reverse design represents a particular place or historical subject connected with the United States. Every design has a story, and collectors often begin by identifying exactly which 2015 design they have. The year alone is not enough. You must examine the reverse carefully and determine the exact design before you can properly understand the coin. Now imagine finding a 2015 P quarter inside an old jar or a forgotten collection. The coin may be dirty. It may have dark patches. It may show golden, brown, reddish, or unusual color shades. Perhaps it looks different from the bright quarters you normally see in circulation. At that moment, many people immediately think, this must be a rare coin. But careful collectors know that an unusual appearance is only the beginning of the investigation. A strange color does not automatically mean a rare coin. A dirty surface does not automatically mean a valuable coin. A shiny surface does not automatically mean a high-grade coin. A scratch does not automatically mean a mint error. Every unusual feature must be examined carefully to understand how it happened. This is why you should never rush to clean a potentially collectible coin. If you find a dirty 2015 state quarter, do not polish it. Do not scrub it with a brush. Do not use strong chemicals. Do not scrape the surface. Cleaning can permanently change the original surface of a coin. In some cases, a person may believe they are improving the coin, but they may actually reduce its collector appeal. A coin's original surface can be important. Collectors often want to know how the coin has survived since it was produced. Was it protected? Was it heavily circulated? Was it exposed to moisture? Was it stored with other metals? Was it chemically altered? These questions can help explain why a coin looks the way it does today. Now let's answer the question everyone wants to know. What is a 2015 state quarter worth today? The answer depends on the specific coin. A normal circulated 2015 state quarter may be worth close to its face value of 25 cents. A coin in excellent condition may attract more collector interest. A very high-grade example may be worth more than an ordinary circulated coin. A genuine minting error or unusual variety could potentially increase the value of a specific example. But a normal 2015 state quarter is not automatically worth millions of dollars. This is extremely important. The internet is full of dramatic claims about coins being worth enormous amounts of money. Sometimes an extraordinary example may sell for a significant amount, and people assume every coin with the same date must have the same value. But that is not how the coin market works. The value belongs to the individual coin. Two 2015 quarters can have the same date and mint mark but completely different levels of collector interest. One may be heavily worn and scratched. Another may have been preserved in excellent condition. One may have been cleaned. Another may have original surfaces. One may be normal. Another may have a genuine minting error. The details make the difference. Now let's talk about condition. A quarter that enters circulation can experience years of wear in a very short period of time. It may rub against other coins, keys, metal objects, machines, and hard surfaces. The highest points of the design can become worn. Small scratches can appear across the fields. The original shine can disappear. But a coin saved shortly after production may look completely different. The details can remain sharp. The surfaces can be cleaner. The coin may have fewer contact marks. The design may appear stronger and more attractive. This is why collectors examine condition so carefully. However, a bright or shiny coin is not automatically valuable. Some coins have been polished or chemically treated. Artificially changing a coin's surface can sometimes make it less desirable. A coin that appears extremely shiny may actually have fine scratches from cleaning. So when examining a 2015 state quarter, do not focus only on whether it looks bright. Look at the entire coin. Now let's discuss the possibility of minting errors. Modern coins are produced through a complicated process involving metal blanks, dies, presses, and machinery. Most coins are produced correctly, but unusual production problems can sometimes occur. A coin may be struck off-center. A die may develop a crack. A design may show genuine doubling. A planche may have a production problem. A coin may receive an unusual strike that makes it different from normal examples. These characteristics can sometimes attract collector interest. Next up, second coin. Welcome back to Change Your Life. Today, we are continuing our fascinating journey through the world of American state quarter dollar coins. And now we are focusing on the second coin in our series, the 2016 state quarter. At first glance, this coin may look like nothing more than ordinary pocket change. It may be dirty, scratched, dark, discolored, or covered with unusual color shades. You may even have one sitting in a drawer or inside an old coin jar right now. But before you spend it, stop and take a closer look, because the small details on a coin can sometimes reveal a much bigger story. The 2016 state quarter was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. And the small letter P is the mint mark that identifies its place of production. But remember, the P mint mark alone does not automatically make this quarter rare or worth thousands or millions of dollars. The real value of any individual coin depends on its exact design, condition, surface quality, authenticity, possible minting errors, unusual varieties, and collector demand. Two coins can have the same date and the same mint mark but have completely different values because the individual condition and characteristics are different. The year 2016 is part of the fascinating story of the America the Beautiful Quarters program. During this period, the United States Mint continued releasing quarter designs connected to important American places and historical locations. These coins allowed millions of people to discover American history through their everyday pocket change. Instead of seeing a quarter as only 25 cents, collectors began looking at the reverse design and asking questions about the place, the story, the artwork, and the history represented on the coin. That is what makes a 2016 P-State quarter interesting. The reverse is not just decoration. It represents a particular subject connected to the history and heritage of the United States. If you have a 2016 P quarter, the first step is to identify the exact design. The date alone is not enough. The design matters, and collectors often study the details carefully to understand which specific quarter they have. Now imagine discovering a 2016 P-State quarter in an old box or family collection. Maybe the coin is dirty. Maybe the surface has dark areas. Perhaps it has brown, golden, reddish, or other unusual shades. Maybe it looks completely different from a bright quarter that has just come out of circulation. The first thought many people have is, this must be a rare coin. But an unusual appearance is only the beginning of the investigation. A different color does not automatically mean a rare coin. Dirt does not automatically create value. A dark surface does not automatically mean the coin is made of silver. A shiny surface does not automatically mean the coin is worth more. Every feature must be examined carefully to understand how it developed. And if your 2016 P quarter is dirty, do not rush to clean it. This is one of the most important warnings for anyone who searches old coins. Do not polish it. Do not scrub it with a brush. Do not use harsh chemicals. Do not scrape away the dirt or discoloration. Cleaning can permanently change the original surface of a coin, and in some cases, it can reduce its collector appeal. Many people believe that a coin becomes more valuable when it becomes shiny. But serious collectors know that a polished coin may have scratches and altered surfaces. Originality is important. A coin's surface can tell the story of how it was stored, handled, and preserved. That is why it is better to protect a potentially collectible coin before trying to make it look cleaner. Now let's answer the question that everyone wants to know. What is a 2016 P-State quarter worth today? The honest answer is that the value depends on the individual coin. A normal circulated 2016 P-State quarter may be worth close to its face value of 25 cents. A coin in excellent condition may attract more collector interest. A very high-grade example may be worth more than an ordinary circulated coin. A genuine minting error or unusual variety could potentially give a specific coin a premium value. But a normal 2016 P-State quarter is not automatically worth millions of dollars. This is important because many dramatic coin stories make it sound as if every coin from a certain year is a hidden fortune. The reality is different. A rare example may be valuable because of a specific characteristic. But that does not mean every coin with the same date and mint mark has the same value. The individual coin matters. Two 2016 P quarters may look similar at first glance, but one could be heavily circulated while the other is in exceptional condition. One may have scratches and damage. Another may have original surfaces. One may have been cleaned. Another may have been carefully preserved. One may be completely normal. Another may have a genuine minting error. The details create the difference. Now let's talk about the condition of the coin. After a quarter leaves the mint, it can experience years of handling. It may pass through cash registers, vending machines, banks, pockets, drawers, and coin counting machines. It can rub against other coins and hard objects. Over time, the surface can develop scratches, marks, and wear. The highest points of the design can become less sharp. The original appearance can change. But a coin that was saved early and stored carefully may look completely different. The design may remain sharp. The surfaces may have fewer marks. the coin may have a more attractive appearance. This is why condition is one of the most important factors collectors consider. However, a shiny appearance alone does not prove that a coin is valuable. Some coins have been polished or treated. Artificially changing the surface can sometimes reduce the desirability of a coin. Collectors often prefer coins that have original, natural surfaces. Now let's move to one of the most exciting parts of coin collecting: possible minting errors. Coins are produced through a complex process involving metal planches, dies, presses, and machinery. Most coins are produced correctly, but unusual production problems can sometimes occur. A coin may be struck off-center. A die may develop a crack. A design may show genuine doubling. A planche may have an unusual production problem. A coin may be struck in a way that creates a distinctive characteristic. These types of features can sometimes attract collector attention. But not every strange-looking coin is a genuine mint error. A scratch is not automatically a mint error. A dent is not automatically a mint error. A stain is not automatically a rare variety. A damaged letter is not automatically doubling. A coin can be struck normally and become damaged later during circulation. The important question is always, when and how was the feature created? If you believe your 2016 P-State quarter has an unusual characteristic, compare it with a normal example. Study the exact location of the feature. Look at its shape. Examine whether it appears raised or lowered. Study the surrounding design. Ask whether the characteristic could realistically have happened during the minting process. This careful examination is important because the coin market contains many misunderstandings. A feature that looks unusual to one person may simply be damage to an experienced collector. On the other hand, a small detail that most people ignore could potentially deserve closer examination. Now let's discuss the idea of becoming a millionaire overnight because of one 2016 P quarter. This is an exciting idea, and it is one reason people search through old coins. But the honest truth is that a normal 2016 P-State quarter is not automatically a $1 million coin. Extraordinary values require extraordinary characteristics. A coin would need to be exceptionally rare, extremely well preserved, have a significant authenticated mint error, or possess another feature that creates strong collector demand. The date and mint mark alone are not enough. So if someone claims that every 2016 P quarter is worth thousands or millions of dollars, be careful. Ask what makes the specific coin different from normal examples. Ask whether the unusual feature is genuine. Ask whether the coin has been authenticated. Ask whether the value is supported by actual collector demand. The smartest collector does not simply believe the biggest number. The smartest collector asks questions. Now let's return to the history behind the coin. The America the Beautiful Quarters program created a fascinating collection of designs connected to important places across the United States. These designs encourage people to learn about American landscapes, historical locations, and national treasures. The 2016 P-State quarter is part of this larger story. It represents a modern period in American coinage when the quarter became a way to share history with millions of people. A person could receive a coin in change and suddenly discover a place or historical subject they had never heard about before. That is one of the most fascinating things about coins. They can be used every day and still carry history. A coin may travel across the country while carrying a design connected to a specific place. It may pass through countless hands and eventually end up inside a collection. Now let's talk about different color shades. A 2016 P quarter may appear bright, dull, dark, golden, brown, or reddish depending on its storage history and surface condition. Exposure to the environment can affect the appearance of metal. A coin stored in one environment may look very different from a coin stored somewhere else. But color alone does not prove rarity. A different shade may be natural, environmental, or caused by chemical exposure. It may also be the result of damage or treatment after the coin left the mint. That is why a collector should never assume that an unusual color automatically means a rare variety. Look at the entire coin. Study the surface. Compare it with normal examples. Think about how the color may have developed. Now imagine finding a 2016 P quarter that appears different from every other quarter in your collection. Maybe the design looks doubled. Maybe the coin seems to have been struck off-center. Maybe a letter appears unusual. Maybe the edge looks different. Next up, tired and finial coin. Welcome back to Change Your Life. Today, we are reaching the final coin in our exciting journey through 3 American state quarter coins. And this time, we are focusing on the 2017 D state quarter. At first glance, this coin may look like ordinary pocket change. It may be dirty, scratched, dark, discolored, or covered with unusual color shades. You may even have one sitting inside an old jar, a drawer, a family collection, or somewhere in your pocket right now. But before you spend it, stop and take a closer look, because a small detail on an ordinary looking quarter can sometimes lead to a fascinating discovery. The 2017 D state quarter was produced at the Denver Mint, and the small letter D is the mint mark that identifies its place of production. But the D mint mark alone does not automatically make this coin rare or worth thousands or millions of dollars. The real story is found in the individual coin, its exact design, condition, surface quality, possible minting error, unusual variety, authenticity, and collector demand can all affect its potential value. 2 2017 D quarters may have the same date and mint mark, yet one may be ordinary while another may attract greater collector interest because of a specific characteristic. The year 2017 is part of the fascinating history of the America the Beautiful Quarters program. During this period, the United States continued releasing quarter designs connected to important American places, landmarks, landscapes, and historical subjects. These coins allowed people across the country to discover pieces of American history through everyday pocket change. A quarter could pass from one person to another while carrying a design connected to a location that represented an important part of the United States. That is why the 2017 D state quarter is more than just a 25-cent coin. The reverse design represents a specific subject, and identifying that design is one of the first steps in understanding the coin. If you have a 2017 D quarter, do not look only at the date. Examine the entire reverse. Study the design, the lettering, the details, and the condition. The exact design is part of the coin's story. Now imagine finding a 2017 D state quarter that looks completely different from the others. Maybe it is dark. Maybe it has brown, golden, reddish, or unusual color shades. Perhaps the coin is dirty and appears to have been stored in an old container for years. Maybe the surface looks strange or different from a bright quarter in your pocket. Your first thought may be, could this be a rare coin? But remember, an unusual appearance is only the beginning of the investigation. A different color does not automatically mean the coin is rare. Dirt does not automatically create value. A dark surface does not automatically prove that the coin is made of silver. A shiny surface does not automatically mean the coin is valuable. The appearance of a coin can be affected by storage, handling, environmental exposure, chemical contact, or damage that occurred after the coin left the mint. This is why you should never rush to clean a potentially collectible coin. If your 2017 D quarter is dirty, do not polish it. Do not scrub it with a brush. Do not use harsh chemicals. Do not scrape the surface. Many people believe that making a coin shiny will make it more valuable, but the opposite can sometimes happen. Cleaning can leave scratches, remove original surface characteristics, and reduce the coin's appeal to collectors. The safest approach is to preserve the coin first. Before you try to change its appearance, understand what you may have. A coin's original surface can contain important information about its history. It can show how the coin was stored, how much it circulated, and whether the surface may have been altered. Now let's answer the question everyone wants to know. What is a 2017 D state quarter worth today? The honest answer is that it depends on the individual coin. A normal circulated 2017 D state quarter may be worth close to its face value of 25 cents. A coin in excellent condition may attract more collector interest. A high-grade example may be worth more than a heavily circulated coin. A genuine minting error or unusual variety could potentially add a premium to a specific example. But a normal 2017 D state quarter is not automatically worth millions of dollars. This is an important fact for every collector. The date and mint mark alone do not create $1 million coin. Extraordinary prices require extraordinary characteristics. A coin would need to be genuinely unusual, rare, authenticated, and desirable to collectors. The value belongs to the specific coin, not automatically to every coin from the same year. 2 2017 D quarters can look almost identical at first glance, but their condition may be completely different. One could have scratches, marks, and heavy wear. Another could have sharp details and excellent preservation. One may have been cleaned. Another may have original surfaces. One may be completely normal. Another may have a genuine minting error. The details create the difference. Now let's talk about the condition of the coin. Once a quarter enters circulation, it can travel through banks, stores, vending machines, cash registers, pockets, drawers, and coin counting machines. It can rub against other coins and hard objects. Over time, the design can become worn, the surfaces can develop marks, and the original appearance can change. But a quarter that was saved soon after production may look completely different. The details may remain sharp. The surfaces may show fewer marks. The coin may have a more attractive appearance. This is why collectors pay close attention to preservation and condition. However, a bright appearance does not automatically prove that the coin is valuable. Some coins have been polished or treated. Artificially changing the surface can reduce collector appeal. A coin that looks extremely shiny may have been altered after leaving the mint. So when examining a 2017 D quarter, study the entire surface instead of focusing only on brightness or color. Now we come to one of the most exciting areas of coin collecting: possible minting errors. Coins are made through a complicated process involving metal planches, dies, presses, and machinery. Most coins are produced as intended, but sometimes unusual production problems can occur. A coin may be struck off-center. A die may develop a crack. A design may show genuine doubling. A planche may have a production problem. A coin may receive an unusual strike that makes it different from normal examples. These types of characteristics can sometimes attract collector attention, but not every unusual-looking feature is a genuine mint error. A scratch is not automatically an error. A dent is not automatically an error. A stain is not automatically an error. A damaged letter is not automatically doubling. A coin can leave the mint perfectly normal and become damaged later during circulation. The important question is always, when and how was the feature created? If you believe your 2017 D state quarter has an unusual characteristic, compare it with a normal example. Study the exact location of the feature. Look at its shape. Examine whether it appears raised or lowered. Study the surrounding design. Ask whether the feature could realistically have been created during the minting process. This careful examination is extremely important. A feature that looks rare to a beginner may simply be damaged to an experienced collector. On the other hand, a small production characteristic that most people ignore could deserve closer examination. The difference is understanding how coins are made and how damage occurs. Now let's talk about the exciting idea of finding a coin that could change your fortune overnight. Many people search old coins because they dream of discovering an extremely valuable treasure. But the honest truth is that a normal 2017 D state quarter is not automatically $1 million coin. If an extraordinary value is claimed, there must be extraordinary evidence. Is the coin genuinely rare? Does it have a recognized minting error? Is the condition exceptional? Is the coin authentic? Is there strong collector demand? These questions are far more important than simply seeing a dramatic price claim. A coin should never be sold for an enormous amount simply because someone says it is valuable. And a potentially unusual coin should not be sold for a low price before the owner understands what makes it different. The smartest approach is to preserve the coin and investigate it carefully. Now let's return to the history behind the 2017 D quarter. The America the Beautiful Quarters program created a fascinating collection of designs connected to important American locations and stories. These coins encourage people to learn about the country through the money they used every day. A person could receive a quarter in change and suddenly discover a historic location, a famous landscape, or an important American subject. The coin could travel across the country while carrying a design connected to a particular part of the nation's history. That is one of the most fascinating things about coin collecting. A coin can be common in circulation but still be historically interesting. It can pass through thousands of hands and eventually become part of a collection. Now let's talk about the different color shades you may see on a 2017 D state quarter. A coin may appear bright, dull, dark, golden, brown, reddish, or slightly different from other examples. The appearance can be affected by storage conditions and environmental exposure. But color alone does not prove rarity. An unusual shade may be natural, environmental, caused by chemical exposure, or the result of treatment after the coin left the mint. This is why collectors examine the entire coin instead of assuming that an unusual color automatically means a rare variety. Look at the surface, study the details, compare the coin with normal examples. Think about how the color may have developed. Now imagine discovering a 2017 D quarter that appears different from every other quarter you have seen. Maybe the design appears doubled. Maybe the coin looks off-center. Maybe the edge appears unusual. Maybe a letter or design detail looks different. See you in the next video.